Looking for Resto Shaman gear you can snag in pre-patch that lasts until Pre Raid BiS? Then my spreadsheet is exactly what you're looking for. It covers all the PvP gear with the cost per item in honor points and marks, how long each item lasts on your way to 70, which items replace them, where to get them, and of course the total number for just armor, weapons, and everything combined. If you're unaware of the PvP system changes that pre-patch brings, I'll cover that with an extra little secret tip later in the video, and also if you're interested in an explanation of the spreadsheet, the color coding and that kind of stuff, that's also later in the video. But for now, let's crack on with the gear in pre-patch that can last you until Pre Raid BiS. Alright Resto Shamans, you've got a lot of items to cover with a fair amount of overlap with the elemental gear that might come in handy. There are a few items that I 100% recommend, a few that are worth getting if you have the time, one that seems a bit too good to be true so I'm skeptical, and one that you need to avoid at all costs. With that said, let's get to it. First up is the PvP helm that lasts through until level 68 when replaced with the Shadowmoon Valley group questline, and will last until 70 if you focused on dungeon grinding. The PvP shoulders similarly last until 68 until the Shadowmoon Valley questline rewards come along, with an alternative shoulder at level 70 from dungeons. The Warson Gulch braces make another appearance lasting through till 70. These are so cheap, I highly recommend you grab them. The same can be said for the rare level 60 PvP gloves, low cost and long lasting until at least 68 if not 70. The PvP legs can see you through until 68 if not 70 as well when replaced with dungeon drops or crafted gear. And lastly is the PvP offhand, which is extremely competitive until level 70. If you don't have the time for a ton of PvP during pre-patch, the yellow marked items on the spreadsheet are cheaper, rare alternatives to some of the gear we just covered. They will naturally be replaced a little bit sooner than their epic counterparts, but still perform well for level 60 gear that isn't from tier 3. Now there's a questionable offering for the PvP chest that seems to last through to 70, but my gut feeling tells me that there is a level 68 chest from a dungeon that I'm missing. So take this one with a pinch of salt and grab it if you have the time. And in last place are the PvP one-hand weapons. Avoid these at all costs. They're too expensive to be wasting time on when you can replace them from the underbog at level 63. The traditional rank requirement for gear is removed, as is the reputation requirement for rep gear. Instead, you accrue honor points for participating in battlegrounds, and each battleground rewards you its own respective mark. It's 3 marks for a win and 1 mark for a loss. You save those points and marks up to then spend on PvP gear. So that secret tip is that you can build up your reserves of honor points and battleground marks, which stack up to 100 by the way, in preparation for when you hit level 70. Then you can head straight to the PvP gear vendor and snag some seriously powerful gear the moment you dig, which can get you some Pre Raid BiS or better gear instantly. So the spreadsheet is laid out from left to right to show you the level 60 PvP item name, the item slot, honor point cost, the number of marks and which battleground you need to target to get those marks, a link to the item in the TBC Classic database, and then the name of the most solid item upgrade that you'll get in Outland, the earliest level that you can get that item, again a link to the item in the TBC Classic database, and then any comments that are worth bearing in mind and possible alternatives that you should consider. I've also got some color coding and effect as well, as I'm always updating these spreadsheets for all classes as part of my ongoing feedback from the community or discoveries that I make during my research. Green is for items that are strongly recommended. Yellow are still decent items but don't last quite as long as the others. Orange are recommended but they have comments worth considering. And finally, red for items that would be green and definitely worth picking up, but I'm holding out with a little bit of skepticism over these items and further research is required. If you can help out with these, please drop a comment or contact me on Discord so I can make further amendments as we go along. If you've got any items that I need to know about, please drop a message in the comments or ping me on Discord so I can take a look and update the spreadsheet as needed. Be sure to share this resource with guildies and friends as I'll continue making my way through all classes and the relevant specs. Subscribe to see more videos, drop a like or dislike to let me know how you found the video, head over to Twitch and drop a follow to catch me live, and hopefully I will see you next time. Peace!